welcome to Bike World and welcome to another episode of the used bike review. Now today we're here at M&P Motorcycles in Swansea. At Bike World we're used to riding big adventure bikes. We've done the GS 1250, now it's time for his little baby brother, the GS 310. So we've already ridden the 390 KTM, which is the closest comparison we've got to this bike. They're actually built for the same market and they're both A2 compliant. So if you're looking for a little bit of an easier bike to ride, a bit smaller, a bit lighter, or more importantly, you've got an A2 license and you want that first step onto the adventure bike world, yeah, this could be the bike for you. These used reviews are in partnership with DataTag. If you buy a used bike that has a DataTag system, make sure you update your details on their database. So if the bike does get stolen, then they can contact you, not the previous owners. It only takes a few minutes, costs a few quid, and gives you a lot of peace of mind. So when you think of adventure, the GS range automatically springs to mind. Is this worthy of the GS badge? Yeah, I think it is. We've just taken it off-road on some fairly tame trails, stood up, sat down, enjoying the views like you should on an adventure. Out of the box is standard. Yes, the suspension is a little bit soft, especially for me, a larger gentleman. If you're gonna do more off-road, then it might become an issue. There's ways around this. Rally Raid Products UK, they definitely do an upgraded suspension system from the whole lot, from forks to the suspension. But the riding position, off-road, you don't have to tweak your body position or move about the bike too much to get it to work. So on the road, it's a comfortable bike. It's not got an abundance of power. You do have to work the engine. You do have to go up and down the gears. You've got to drive it quite hard to get the most out of it, but it does it. It's a revvy little engine, and it's actually quite fun when you start riding it a little bit harder. Brakes are a little bit spongy, and I'm sure EBC will make a pad that's a little bit more aggressive to get that feel for the front brake a little bit better. They are cheap components, and I'm sure there'll be better kits out there on the market. It's not the end of the world. You can ride around it, you can cope with it. This bike from M&P came with the Metzeler Torrance tyres. Now they're a 70/30 tyre and actually work well on the gravel. Gravel, dry, fine. Mud, wet, not so good. So while we're talking about tyres, I've seen a good upgrade on these, a spoked wheel. It transforms the look of the bike. It actually makes it more of a adventure-y looking bike. But also there's some practical reasons. Cast wheels, when they're broke, they're broken. If you do clatter a rock and damage a wheel, then it's irreparable. Where a spoked wheel, they flex much more, you can get away with a lot more. That's a really good upgrade for styling and practical use. So what to look out for if you're buying one of these? Straight away, adventure riders, they go off-road. Then they wash their bikes. So all the moving parts is necessary to really have a check over. Wheel bearings, headstock bearings, chains and sprockets, anything that's likely to get dirt in, dust, water. People, it is a simple bike. There's not tons of electronics on it, so there's not too much that can go wrong. This bike's only done 2,000 miles, so there shouldn't be too much to worry about. So if I was 20 years younger and in the market for an adventure bike, it's a great place to start. You can make your own adventure. Everybody's adventure's different. Whether it's going to the shops, a little green lane, a bit of gravel, or Dakar Rally. Doesn't matter. Everybody's adventure's different. This is the perfect gateway into the adventure bike world.